He heard me. سمعني. سمعني. He heard me. So he heard سمع. But for the object pronoun me, in Arabic we add ni. Okay? They sound the same, isn't it? سمعني. He heard me. سمعني. He heard us. He heard us. سمعنا. Okay, we add na for us. سمعنا. هو. Okay, we're talking about male. هو سمعنا. سمعنا. So bear it in mind. Na. Na stands for us. He heard you for singular masculine. سمعك. Okay, you are a male. سمعك. أنت. Not anti. Okay, we're not talking about you female. I'm talking about you male. سمعك. هو سمعك. He heard you. هو سمعك. سمعك. Ka. And then he heard you. If you are female, then we say سمعك. He heard you. هو سمعك. Or we can say it without هو and we say سمعك. 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 سمعك for male. سمعك for female. He heard you. Okay, now you is for group of people. For two persons, masculine or feminine. Okay, it's not a group more than two. It's just two. We say سمعكما. كما. سمعكما. 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 Bear it in mind. كما. And for plural masculine, كم. He heard you. سمعكم. سمعكم. كم. Okay, these are the object pronouns in Arabic. سمعكم. 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 But if we mean by you the plural feminine, a group of women or girls or whatever, we say he heard you. So سمعكن. You, the group of women or girls or whatever. هو سمعكن. He heard you. سمعكن. سمعكن. سمعكم for males. سمعكن for females. He heard him. سمعه. Him. They sound the same approximately, isn't it? He heard him. سمعه. Okay, so the object pronoun here is هو. سمعه. هو سمعه. He heard her. سمعها. He heard her. سمعها. Her is ha. Okay? سمعها. He heard them. Them here are two persons, masculine or feminine. We are just talking about two persons, not more. سمعهما. سمعهما. Either they are males or females. سمعهما, two persons. هو سمعهما. He heard them. هو سمعهما or سمعهما. He heard them. Now them, we mean with it the plural masculine. Okay, three or more. سمعهم. He heard them. For example, there are 3 boys or 4 men. هو سمعهم. He heard them. سمعهم. هم. He heard them. Now them, we mean with it the plural feminine or female. So سمعهن. هو سمعهن. سمعهن. We add hunna for the group of females. either girls or women or mixed or whatever. سمعهن. هو سمعهن. Now the possessive adjectives. His school مدرسته. So his is هو. مدرسته. مدرسته. His school. مدرسة school. مدرسته his school. His is who. Okay? But if we talk about the female, it's different. Her school مدرستها. Her is ha. مدرستها. Her school مدرستها. Bear it in mind. Her ha. قلمها. Her pen. كتابها. Her book. ورقتها. Her paper. Their school مدرستهما. Of course, with their here we don't mean the group of people. We mean two persons, masculine or feminine. Just two persons. Either they are males or females. مدرستهما. For example, two brothers. This is their school. هذه مدرستهما. هما. Okay? هما. مدرستهما. مدرستهما. كتابهما. Their school, now we mean, by their, we mean the masculine plural. Group of men or group of boys. Their school مدرستهم. Okay? مدرستهم. مدرستهم. قسمهم. قسمهم. Their class. كتابهم. Their book. منزلهم. Their home. Now, their school, we mean feminine plural. Okay? We mean the females. مدرستهن. We don't say مدرستهم. Okay? مدرستهم for males, but for females, مدرستهن. مدرستهن. We have more than three or more. Okay? 3 or more females. مدرستهن. كتابهن. منزلهن. سيارتهن. Their car. قلمهن. Their pen. Your school. Your for masculine singular, of course. Okay? We're talking about male singular. مدرستك. مدرستك. So your is ka. مدرستك. كتابك. قلمك. ورقتك. دراجتك. Your bicycle. سيارتك. This is for male, but for female, your school. If you are talking to female, you say madrasatuki. Madrasatuki. Kitabuki. Sayaratuki. Okay? Mistaratuki. Your ruler. Manziluki. Baytuki. Your room or your home. Your school, if you are talking to two persons, either they are masculine or feminine, males or females, but just two persons. You say madrasatu kuma. Kuma, okay? Madrasatu kuma. Madrasatu kuma. Madrasatu kuma. Your school. Madrasatu kuma. Your school. You are talking to masculine plural. Okay, you are talking to a group of men or group of boys or whatever. So they are males. You say madrasatukum. You boys, this is your school. هذه مدرستكم. Kum, your for plural males. مدرستكم. كتابكم. قسمكم. هاتفكم. Okay, منزلكم, دراجتكم, كتابكم. If you're talking to a group of women or girls, so they are males, you say كنا, مدرستكن, your school, كتابكن. Okay, ملابسكن, your clothes, your room, بيتكن, my school, مدرستي, my book, كتابي, my paper, ورقتي, my pen, قلمي, my glasses, نظاراتي, my clothes, ملابسي, our school, مدرستنا, na for our, okay, مدرستنا, كتابنا, منزلنا, سيارتنا, right, كتابنا, غرفتنا, our room, غرفتنا, and so on. So you can, and for the personal pronouns, I, أنا, أنا, أنا. You, for male of course, أنت, أنت, أنت وسيم, you're handsome, أنت, أنت. But when we talk about female, أنتِ, أنتِ, أنت for male and أنتِ for female. أنت, أنتِ. It's the same writing, but we just change the vowels or حركات. أنتِ. Right? He, هو, هو, هو. He is a doctor. هو طبيب. He is absent. هو غائب. She, هي, هي. She, هي. She is my sister. هي أختي. She is present. هي حاضرة. We, نحن. نحن. There is a small mistake. There should be ضمة on a noon. ضمة. نحن. Not فتحة. Here we have a فتحة. It's a mistake. نحن. We. You. For masculine plural or for males, of course, we say أنتم. أنتم. أنتم أصدقائي. You are my friends. أنتم. But for females, we say أنتن. You. You are the girls who won the competition. أنتن الفتيات اللائي فزن في المسابقة. أنتن. Okay, you, females. They, for males, we say هم. Okay, masculine or males. هم. Maybe boys. Okay, even if we have a group of women and inside them we have just one man, we say هم. Okay, but if we have just females, either women or girls or mix or whatever, we say hunna, hunna, and there isn't any man or any boy with them. Hunna, hunna, they. He heard. سمع. هو سمع or سمع. He heard. سمع. She heard. سمعت. T. Okay, we add t. Of course, here we are talking about the past. سمعت. The verbs are conjugated in the past. They heard. سمعا. Here we are talking about two persons. Okay, two persons, masculine, not feminine. For feminine, we say سمعتا, two girls, for example. بنتان سمعتا الخبر, the news. سمعتا, تا, سمعتا. For the plural, female, male or masculine, سمعوا. Okay, هم, they heard. سمعوا. They heard the voice. سمعوا الصوت. سمعوا. They heard, for plural feminine, okay, for females, سمعنا. They heard, هن سمعنا, or you can avoid هن and you say سمعنا. سمعنا. سمعت, you heard, for singular masculine male. أنت, you. سمعت, أنت سمعت. هل سمعت, did you hear? هل سمعت? أنت سمعت, you heard. سمعتي, for singular feminine. You. Maybe you are a girl or a woman. You سمعتي. أنت سمعتي. In the past, of course, we are always talking about the past. سمعتي. You heard, two persons, either masculine or feminine. أنتما. أنتما what? سمعتما. Either you are two males or two females. أنتما سمعتما. Try to train on different examples so that you can memorize these differences. You heard. أنتم سمعتم. Okay, for plural masculine, you are a group of males. أنتم سمعتم. You heard. Group of males. Plural masculine, okay? But for plural feminine, group of females, أنتن سمعتن. Or you can avoid أنتن and you say سمعتن. تن. سمعتن. You heard. You, the group of girls or women, سمعتن. I heard. أنا سمعت. Or we can avoid أنا and say سمعت. I heard. سمعت. Okay, memorize what we add to the verb. سمعنا. We heard. So we add na for we. سمعنا. In the past, سمعنا. If you train on these examples, that would be so easy for you. سمعنا. نحن سمعنا. He heard us. سمعنا. Or هو سمعنا. We heard. سمعنا. Okay, try not to mix between these examples. So they are written the same, but they are pronounced differently. سمعنا. سمعنا. سمعنا, he heard us. But سمعنا, we heard. Right? Try to pay attention to these things. سمعنا. سمعنا. He hears. يسمع. Now we have finished with the past and we move to the present. يسمع. In the present. في الحاضر. Okay? هو يسمع. So we add يا. يسمع. هي تسمع. She hears. هي تسمع. هي تسمع. She hears. We add a تاء. هي تسمع. Or تسمع. They hear. They for two persons masculine, of course. Maybe two boys or two men or mixed. يسمعان. They hear. يسمعان. We add الياء as the beginning and as the end we add الألف and النون. يسمعان. For two persons feminine, we don't say يسمعان. We say تسمعان. Okay? It's the same thing like the two males, but instead of Ya, we add ta. يسمعان for males, two males, and تسمعان for two females. And for the plural masculine, they hear, we say يسمعون. يسمعون. We add the ya as the beginning and الواو and the noon at the end. يسمعون. يسمعنا for plural feminine this time, not masculine. They hear يسمعنا. الياء and النون. الياء as the beginning and noon at the end. يسمعنا. يقرأنا. يذهبنا. Okay, يكتبنا. You hear. You are singular masculine. You are a male. Okay. أنت تسمع. أنت تسمع. أنت. You are a male. You are a boy or you are a man. تسمع. But if you are a female and I'm talking to you, I say أنت تسمعين. أنت تسمعين. أنت تقرأين. أنت تكتبين. أنت تلعبين. You play. أنت تفكرين. You think. You hear. Of course, here we are talking to two persons, masculine or feminine. We say تسمعان. أنتما. أنتما تسمعان. التاء as the beginning and الألف والنون at the end. تسمعان. تكتبان. تقرأان. But if we are talking to plural masculine, you, أنتم, okay, أنتم, you are males, you are a group of males. أنتم تسمعون. أنتم تسمعون. But if you are talking to a group of females, أنتن تسمعن. أنتن تسمعن. If you pay attention to the colors, you see that we add a ta as the beginning and الواو and noon at the end. I hear. أسمع. أسمع or أنا أسمع. So we add for I. We hear. نحن نسمع. We add a noon for we. Of course, we are always talking about the present. نحن نسمع. نحن نسمع. Okay, now we have talked about the past, how to conjugate a verb in the past, and how to conjugate a verb in the present. Now we move to talk about the future. So يسمع, it's in the present. In the future we say سيسمع. We just add sa, or you can add سوف. سيسمع or سوف يسمع. أنتم تستمعون or تسمعون. In the future أنتم ستسمعون or أنتم سوف تسمعون. Here اسمع. Now we move to the imperative. If you're asking someone to do something or doing an order. Okay, for singular masculine, you. Here, اسمع. Here. If you are talking to a female, اسمعي. Here. Hear me. اسمعيني. اسمعي. Here. اكتبي. Write. اذهبي. Go. If you're talking to two masculines or feminines, so there are two persons, you say اسمعها or اكتبا. ادرسا. Study. اكتبا. Write. اسمعا. اذهبا. Go. If you're talking to group of males, اسمعوا. اكتبوا. ادرسوا. اذهبوا. ركزوا. فكروا. If you're talking to a group of females, you say اسمعنا. Here. اسمعنا. Not اسمعنا. اسمعنا. اكتبنا. Write. فكرنا. Think. I heard. أنا سمعت. أنا سمعت. I heard. أنا سمعت. We heard. نحن سمعنا. نحن سمعنا. نحن سمعنا. You heard for singular masculine. أنت سمعت. أنت سمعت. أنت سمعت. You heard for singular feminine. أنت سمعت. أنت سمعت. There is no ya at the end. You don't say سمعتي. سمعتي. أنت سمعتي. You heard for two persons, masculine or feminine, so they are two persons, whatever they are. أنتما سمعتما. أنتما سمعتما. أنتما سمعتما. You heard for plural masculine. You are talking to a group of males. أنتم سمعتم. أنتم سمعتم. أنتم سمعتم. كل شيء. Everything. أنتم سمعتم. You heard for plural feminine. So you are talking to a group of females. أنتن سمعتن. أنتن سمعتن. أنتن سمعتن. أنتن كتبتن. You wrote. He heard. هو سمع. هو سمع. هو سمع. He heard. هي سمعت. She heard. هي كتبت. She wrote. هي درست. She studied. She went. هي ذهبت. They heard for two masculines or two males. هما سمعا. هما كتبا. For example, you are talking about two boys. هما قرأا. They read. هما درسا. They studied. هما سمعتا. They heard for two feminines or two females. Sorry, for two females. هما سمعتا. Not سمعا. For two males. هما سمعا. For two females. هما سمعتا. They heard for plural masculine or group of males. هم سمعوا. هم سمعوا. هم كتبوا. هم لعبوا. They played. They heard for plural feminine. Okay, a group of females. هن سمعنا. هن سمعنا. Not سمعنا. Okay, نحن سمعنا. But هن سمعنا. I heard. I hear. Now present. أنا أسمع. أنا أسمع. أنا أكتب. I write. أنا أدرس. I study. أنا أستمع. I listen. We hear. نحن نسمع. نحن نسمع. نحن نعلم. We know. We think. نحن نفكر. You hear for singular masculine. Okay, for singular or for male, one male. أنت تسمع. أنت تسمع. أنت تدرس. You study. أنت تكتب. You write. أنت تعرف. You know. You hear for singular feminine. We're talking to one female. أنت تسمعين. أنت تعرفين. You know. أنت تكتبين. You write. You hear for two persons, masculines or feminines. So you are talking to two persons, either they are males or females. أنتما تسمعان. أنتما تسمعان. Just two persons, not more. If there are three, then they are plural, okay? You hear, for plural masculine. That is to say, three males or more, okay? When we say plural, it's three or more. أنتم سمعت أنتم تسمعون. أنتم تسمعون. For plural feminine, females, أنتن تسمعن. I'm talking to females. I say أنتن تسمعن. أنتن تسمعن. He hears. هو يسمع. هو يسمع. هو يكتب. He writes. هو يعرف. He knows. هو يقرأ. He reads. She hears. هي تسمع. هي تكتب. She writes. هي تفكر. She thinks. هي تلبس. She puts her clothes on. هي تذهب. She goes. They hear, for two masculine. Okay, two males. هما يسمعان. Maybe two boys. هما يسمعان. هما يسمعان. الصوت, the voice. They hear, for two females or two feminine. هما تسمعان. Not يسمعان. يسمعان for males. For females, تسمعان. تكتبان. تدرسان. تلعبان. They hear. هم يسمعون. For plural masculine. هم يسمعون. We have a group of males. هم يسمعون. هم يلعبون. هم يدرسون. It seems to be a little bit difficult, but if you train on this, that would be so easy. They hear, for plural feminine, هن. Okay, group of females. هن يسمعن. هن يسمعن. هن يعرفن. هن يكتبن. Here, you, for singular masculine. Okay, singular masculine. One masculine, one male. أنت. أنت, you. أنت اسمع. Here we have the imperative, okay? We are asking someone to do something. أنت اسمع. أنت اسمعي. You are a female. أنت اسمعي. أنت اسمعي. أنتما اسمعا. Two persons, either they are males or females. أنتما اسمعا. أنتما اسمعا. You, for plural masculine, okay, a group of males. Here, أنتم اسمعوا. أنتم اسمعوا. اسمعوا. اكتبوا. ادرسوا. Here, now you're talking to a group of females. أنتن اسمعنا. Here, اسمعنا. Hear me. اسمعنا ني. Okay, ني is me. We have already talked about that.